Greetings and welcome to a Fantasy Grounds video. Today I'm going to show off the My Library online reader content for Fantasy Grounds. This is an interface where you can look on the website to see any of the modules that you own or that are free entitlements that we have with all accounts within Fantasy Grounds. So I'm going to walk through some of the new enhancements, more recent features that we've added to that system. I'm going to start off with this Ravenloft, the Horrors Within. There will be some spoilers in here, so keep that in mind. But I'm going to dive right in, and you'll see that when you first select one of the books, one of the modules that you have, it will essentially show you all of the various contents of the books. You can jump around, and you can look at, for instance, the backgrounds. Um, you can look at classes, subclasses, that sort of stuff here. All of the images are going to be available for you to see. Tables will be there as well. And then you can always jump back to the contents, or you can navigate with the chapter selections here. So I'm going to show off, let's select Darkon here was one of the domains of Dread. And here you'll see that each chapter starts off much like it does with the book. And then in this particular case, there's a map. And you can see the map here, obviously, but you can also click and open it and view a larger map that you can then zoom in on. You can pan around, look around at things here. In addition, there's a layers button. And on the layers button, especially on the newer modules, we've now started to layer those where you can turn on or off various features. So you can turn off say specific areas if you don't want the players to know that. You could use this as sharing it on another screen or on another display if you wanted to share this with the players outside of Fantasy Grounds. Essentially gives you a second window that you can use to do handouts and sharing of content essentially. So you can turn on or off various components like I'm doing here, and then as they discover, oh, you've discovered Nartok, for instance, that's where you start out perhaps. Then as they expand and they move throughout the area, you can turn on or off different things. You can still use this all within Fantasy Grounds, and this is almost the same functionality that's in Fantasy Grounds. It just allows you to have it in a separate window. So then when you're done, just click that to close, and then you can go back into the rest of your information here. I'm going to go ahead and show you anywhere where there's an NPC, that's an actual link, and it will render the stat block off to the side here. So as you navigate through, you can have that available. There's only one sidebar open at a time, so as I open a new sidebar, it will display that there. Spells similarly will show up and render where you can research what the spell is as you're reading in line. This is a great way to prepare for an adventure in between your actual sessions. I found it a little bit easier to read here. It does have all of the same functionality where you can use the mouse wheel to scroll up or down and then expand or shrink essentially the display using accessibility that's common within web browsers. So we have, let me see if I can scroll to something else. Here's an example where you have another map, but then this map, we have multiple maps down below where each floor is separated. And again, these will just open up separately with layers that are there as well. Actually, close that one. Here you've got tables which will render, so any tables you can see will display, and then you'll see that the encounters now render and show like who you're going to encounter for each of those particular areas, and then again the NPCs will be linked that you can then jump into. Some of the other things that are in, which I may have to jump out to a different adventure to show. Let me go back to the table of contents, back up to 5th edition. Let me show, for instance, Phandelver, and below here I've got Phandelver and below. I'm going to show real briefly, let's see, Cragmaw Castle. So here you can see we've got the map for Cragmaw Castle. If I expand that, now you can see you also have all of the various pins that will take you to what's in each of those rooms. You can turn the pins off by clicking on this button here. Again, you've got the layers if you want to hide the DM layer information, and then just show whatever's there, so that if the players are seeing this, that you want to share that. When the pins are active, I can now jump immediately to what is in each section. So if I wanted to show what's in this haunted tower, I can click that and it'll jump right to that place and tell me that, oh, there's a encounter with the Grell in this particular room, and then there's a parcel of treasure that will show up here as well. So yeah, that's basically the short introduction to kind of what adventure modules and so forth will now look like within the My Library. We've enhanced the D&D 5th edition, D&D 5.5 edition for the official Wizards of the Coast products right now. We'll be rolling that out very soon to all of the 5e compatible content as well. And then we also have Pathfinder 2nd edition and then Starfinder 2nd edition enhanced to that same degree. And then we'll be going through and adding that more and more to all the other different editions and settings that are out there for different game systems. So let me show you very quickly what that would look like for something like Starfinder. Starfinder 2nd edition. Here, let's grab, let's say this Cosmic Birthday is an adventure, small adventure. And then here I can jump right into one particular section. Again, you've got images that you can expand. Um, You've got a map here. So a map again, and this has got hotkeys. It'll take you to, okay, there's a Gremlin Gauntlet. So now you can share this image with the players if you want. Um, and then you've got all the stats here, and you notice that the stats look like Starfinder, different kind of design than what it looks like within Dungeons and Dragons, and the Pathfinder will have a different look as well. Here's the treasure parcels. So yeah, let us know if you like what we're doing with here. If you want to see more of that, let us know what kind of enhancements you'd like to see added, what kind of systems you want us to prioritize over other ones. It does take us a fair amount of time to update this on a per system basis. So hopefully by showing us that this is useful for you and that you guys are enjoying this kind of function and feature, that'll help encourage us to go through and do even more of those and to prioritize that over other work. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed and have a happy gaming. Take care.